Let us explore more about finite state machine. We were discussing this case study, a language consisting of strings ending with 1 is being accepted by this automaton or finite state machine. One can formally establish that this is the right model or abstract representation for this language. If you look at the proof of correctness, we need to argue that an arbitrary string from sigma, it is either accepted or rejected by the automaton. If it is accepted, then it ends with a 1, and it is rejected otherwise, meaning it ends with 0. So take any x belonging to 0, 1 star, and of course x is not same as empty string epsilon. Now there are two things that can happen. X ends with 1 or x ends with 0, meaning it could be like 0 1 or 0 1 0 followed by 1, or it could be like this, or it could be 1 0 1 0 1 1 1, or it could be so many zeros followed by 1. So we see that it ends with a 1. This one could be any string over the set 0, 1. Then look at any of this string with respect to the automaton we have designed. So we start from Q0, scan, parse the input x. So now when we start scanning, so let's look at this input. I am at Q0, reading a 0, I stay at Q0, move one cell or one alphabet right, then we read a 1, then we go to the state Q1, and look at this one. Now on reading 0 we stay at Q0, then on reading a 1 we go to Q1, on reading a 0 we go to Q0, and then we go back again to Q1. This one, for the first one we go to Q1 and we continue to stay at Q1. This one we continue to stay at Q0 until this part, then when we read this we go to Q1. So we scan or parse x, then we ask this question. On scanning or parsing, on scanning x completely or on exhausting the input, so on scanning x completely or on exhausting the input, where are we? So we ask this question, where are we? Are we at Q0 or Q1? So depending upon whether we are at Q0 or Q1, we decide whether it should be accepted or not. Now any string over 0, 1 followed by 1, we see that on scanning the input completely or exhausting the input, FSM is at Q1. We know that Q1 belongs to the set of final states, which means the string x is part of the language or it is accepted by the automaton. Correct? So this is the idea. Given an arbitrary string, use this mission, trace the input alphabet by alphabet, bit by bit, cell by cell. Okay. One cannot parse X in one go, one can only parse cell by cell. And on exhausting the input, you ask this question, in which state are we in when the input is exhausted? If we reach one of the final states, then we say it is accept, otherwise it is reject. So this is precisely what happens. Now when it ends with a 0, then the pattern is this. It is any string over 0, 1 followed by 0. When we scan this part of the input, we switch between Q0 and Q1. Finally, when we look at this, FSM is at Q0. So we know that Q0 is not part of F, which means this X is not part of L, or it is rejected by the automaton. So now this is how one should run the proof. Take an arbitrary string and classify them that it can be part of this equivalence class or this equivalence class, and then look at each of the equivalence classes with respect to the automaton designed. Argue that on exhausting the input, and where do we reach a final state or a non-final state? Depending upon in which state are we in, we get to argue or comment about its acceptance or rejection. And if we are in one of the final states, we say it is accept, otherwise we say it is reject. Most importantly, any input over 0, 1 is covered as part of this. So remember that it can only read a cell by cell, and remember some computation about the mission. And if you ask how many zeros have been read until this point, or whether it has read more ones, less zeros, things like this, the mission cannot answer. Mission only knows it has seen some zeros and ones, but it does not know how many it has seen until this part. But this information, this remembers some information, meaning it has read a string and that's ending at 0, and so far it has read a substring that is ending with 1. That's all it can answer. Anything beyond, it's not possible. Okay. But with this limiting power or with this model, and there are many interesting questions that one can solve, all that we shall see as part of this course. Through that, we analyze or understand the computing power of this mission. Subsequently, we shall investigate its limitations as well. Now, having given this picture, let's look at the abstract representation of any finite state mission. So a finite state mission can be described like this. It has got a tape wherein we store the input. So something like 0, 1, 1, 0 and so on. This is an infinite tape. And in addition to that, we have a control, we call it as read control. This is something like a processing unit. What does it do? it reads a cell. Starting from Q0, it reads a cell, and then it decides whether to change the state or not, and it moves exactly one cell right. Then again it reads the next symbol, like that it starts moving. So if you look at this model, reading a cell by cell, that is permitted. There is no write operation either on the input tape or some additional storage. So apart from this input tape, we are not provided with any other additional storage. There is no left move. The only move is right move by a cell. It can only move on the right side and cell by cell. And if you carefully observe this, if you ask a question, can it remember the number of zeros read, number of this is number of zeros or number of ones read so far, this cannot be answered. This cannot be answered by FSM. Similarly, you ask for whether it has seen more zeros, less ones, and things like that, cannot be answered using the finite state automaton. So we see that even with this simple representation, allowing a read operation, moving a cell exactly on the right side, exactly one on the right, with no left move, it can do very interesting computations. Let's explore some of the case studies. But largely, a question of this type, where we are asked to check whether a pattern is present in a string. This is a pattern, x ending with 1. And so questions like this can be answered using finite state automaton. So you can remember some computation, some partial computation can be remembered through states. For example, when you scan the input and you are at a place, you can say, so far whatever I have read is ending with 0 because I am at Q0, or it is ending with Q1 because it is ending with 1 because I am in Q1. But how many zeros we have read before we hit this 1, such questions cannot be answered. So what we will do, we shall explore a couple of more case studies, understand the computing power, and as we explore more and more problems, we get to see the limitation as well. Subsequently, we will see how to add some additional feature, bring in some variants, and with this can we improve the computing power of finite state machine variants. Okay, and we are on the track. Let's explore more about FSM machines.